Hey guys, this is lesson 2.12, solve multi-step problems using equations. Our essential question is how can you represent and solve a multi-step problems using multiplication, or using equations, sorry. Alright, so unlock the problem. I'm just going to call that person. Chris's computer has 3 hard drives with 64 gigabytes of space each, and 2 hard drives with 16 gigabytes of space each. The files on her computer use 78 gigabytes of space. How much hard drive space does her computer have left? So first I'm just going to underline the important information here. So the important information is she has 3 hard drives with 64 gigabytes of space. Okay, and she has 2 hard drives with 16 gigabytes of space. The files on her computer use 78 gigabytes of space. Okay, so that's the type of information that I'm going to be using. So step 1. One way, okay, use multiple single-step equations. So step 1, find out how much hard drive space is on 3 hard drive with 64 gigabytes of space. So I could go 64 plus 64 plus 64 because I have that 3 times and add that up, or I can take 3 times 64. Okay, so I'm going to write, I'm going to break it up by, I'm going to break it up by place value. So I have 64 times 3. Okay, so that's going to be 60 times 3. 6 times 3 is 12. My 0 in there. And then 4 times 3, which is 12. Okay, so 120 plus 12. 2, 3, 2, 3, 1. Oh, shoot, I know what I did. I took 6 times 2 instead of 6 times 3, so this should be an 18. I was like, this just does not seem right. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to go 0 plus 2 is 2, 8 plus 1 is 9, and then bring my 1 down. So 3 times 64 is 192. That's what we have with 3 hard drives with 64 in each. Step 2. Find how much hard drive space is on 2 hard drives with 16 gigabytes. Okay, so I'm going to break this one up as well. I'm going to break 16 up. So 16 times 2. So 10 times 2 is 20. And then 6 times 2 is 12. Okay, so I'm going to add 20 plus 12 is 32. So I'm going to write 32 on the line here. Okay. Alright, now step 3. Find the total, because they want to know how much hard drive space does a computer have left. So we need to find the total of hard drive space first before we can do that. Okay, so 192 plus 32 is going to be 224. Okay, if you'd add those together, it'd be 224. But now that I have the total, and I have, let's see, 78 gigabytes, so now I need to take 224 minus 78 to figure out what's left here. Okay, so 224 minus 78, that's 146. Okay, so Chris has 146 gigabytes of hard drive space left on her computer. Okay. Alright, let's go to the next page. Order of operations. The order of operations is a special set of rules that gives the order in which calculations are done. In an expression, first, you multiply and divide from left to right. Then, add and subtract from left to right. Okay, so we have this problem here. That's a bunch of different steps. What they told us to do first is they want us to first multiply and divide. Okay, So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to write, I'm going to do this first because this is my multiplication. 3 times 64. Okay, that's going to be 192. I'm just remembering that from what we did earlier. Okay, 192. Now I have left, I still have the plus 2 left, times the 16 minus 78. Okay. Alright, then I'm going to do the other multiplication in here. So I did this multiplication, then I'm going to go to this one, 2 times 16. Okay, so now I'm going to bring this over here, 192 plus the next multiplication that was there, so 16 times 2 is 32. Okay, and then I still have left that 78 minus 78. Okay. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add, okay, because then it's going, then add and subtract. So I'm going to add those two together first. I'm going to get 224, and I'm going to subtract that 78. Okay, then I do that, and my answer is going to be 146. Okay, so do you start from left to right, so here to here, and then you're going to do multiplying division first. So I multiplied here first, left that plus sign there, wrote my answer here, and then I went to multiply the next group of two numbers together, and then at the end I added, and then I add those two multiplying answers together, and then I subtracted 78. Alright, share and show. Use the order of operations to find the value of n. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm just going to go and I'm going to find my multiplication here. So I have 5 times 17 that I'm going to do, and then I'm going to do 5 times 20 because those are my two multiplication things. So the first thing I'm going to do is 5 times 17. Okay, and that's 85. Okay, and then I'm going to do 5 times 20. Well, actually, I'm just going to write it out right now. 5 times 20, and then I still have minus 32. Okay, and then I have 85 still the same. And now I'm going to do 5 times 20. Okay, 5 times 20 is 100. Then I still have left my minus 32. Alright, I'm going to add 100 plus 85. I'm going to get 185. And then I'm going to subtract the 32 from that. So once I've done that, then I take 185 minus 32 and I get 153. Okay. Alright, so let's do some practice ones down here. So first I'm going to take a look and find my multiplication left to right. So I first will be doing 3 times 22, and then I will be doing 7 times 41. Okay, so I'm just going to do it over in this area so I have room up here to do it from. Okay, so 3 times 22. Okay, and I'm going to just show that up here. There we go. Whoops. Okay, so 20 times 3 is 60. And then 2 times 3 is 6. So 60 plus 6. Okay, is 66. Okay, then I have 66 plus 7, I'm just going to already put in parentheses, 7 times 41, okay, minus 24 equals, we're not sure yet, so I'm going to come over here and do 7 times 41, so 7 times 40 is, 7 times 4 is 28, add my 0, 7 times 1 is 7. So line it up there. Here we go. So 280 plus 7 is 287. So I'm going to come over here and add to my equation. So now I have 66 plus the 287 that I got. Okay, and then minus 24. Okay, so now I'm going to come over here and show my work. 287 plus 66. Okay, I'll do this so it's a little bit easier. So 7 plus 6, 13. 8 plus 6 plus 1, 15. And then 2 plus 1 is 3. 353. So I'm going to come over here and add that. 353. Finally, minus my 27. So 353 minus 27. Can't take 3 minus 7, change that to a 4. 13 minus 7, 6. 4 minus 2 is 2. And 3 minus 0 is 3. Okay? Alright. So let me just double check my work and see if I missed anything. Alright, so it's really important to figure out, make sure you double check your work, and I already can see something that I did. This shouldn't have been 27, I don't think, here, because this should be the 24. Okay, so if you caught that, awesome, good for you. I hope you did, actually. Alright, so then I'm going to subtract that and see if that comes a little bit different. 5, 4, 13 minus 4, 9, 2, and 3. Alright, so let me double check one more time, make sure I did everything right, and I didn't copy the wrong numbers down like I did before. Okay, yeah, so we have 329 there. So there's a lot of work that goes with one of these problems. So I'm only going to have you guys try number 3 and number 5, okay? And I'll just give you the answer, but you're going to have to turn in work to show how you got it. So number 3's answer is going to be 310, and number 5 answer is going to be 362, but I gotta see how you get to your answer. I'm just doing this so you can double check your answer to see if you did the order right. Remember, you're doing multiplication first, and then you're adding or subtracting, okay? Alright, let's go on to the next page here. Find the value of n, so this is just more practice. So why don't you pick just one of these to do, just pick number 6 to do. Okay, so your answer for number 6 should be 451. Okay, but if there's no work here showing how you got it, I'm going to come back and make you do it again, so make sure you're showing work how you got that. Okay, let's see, we're not going to do that one, or this one. Let's see, do we want to do number 8? We're not going to do that one. Okay, I just really want to make sure that you guys got your order of operations down. Okay, won't do any of that one. Alright, let's just come back here. We'll go right away to your homework. So I want you guys, I'm going to have you actually do number 2, 3, and 4, since we're not doing as many questions in our homework. So I want you to do them all. Let's see. Let's have you do number 5 and number 6. Okay. Let's see if I can help you get started with number 5. Bakery has 4 trays with 16 muffins on each tray. Okay, so that's if you're going to start thinking about a problem here. 4 times 16 on each tray. The bakery has 3 trays of cupcakes with 14, so we're going to do that plus 3 trays of cupcakes times 24. Okay, if 15 cupcakes are sold, how many muffins and cupcakes are left? Okay, so that here will help you kind of start your problem. 15 cupcakes are sold. Okay, perfect. How many cupcakes are left? Alright. So then at the end you're gonna subtract 15 from what you get. Okay? Equals N. We're not sure. Alright, so let's see. So kind of use this to help you figure out number 6. Alright, so let's do, since you've done a bunch of these already, let's just do one. Okay, let's do number 2. Write an expression, how you can multiply, write an equation that represents. Let's do number 4, and let's just keep it simple. Let's do number 6. Okay? Alright, you guys, that is it for 2.12. If you have any questions, let me know. I didn't go as much detail into this one, so if you need my help, just let me know. Otherwise, make sure you really check out what order of operations means. Okay, you're first multiplying, and then you're dividing, and you're working from left to right. Okay, and then you're either adding or subtracting at the end. Make sure you're using your multiplication strategies to figure out some of those bigger ones. Like you can break it down like I did by place value, or you can do say like here's our number 41 times 7. Okay, so 7 times 1 is 7, 4 times 7 is 28. However you'd like to do that. Okay, but make sure you're showing your work so I know where your thought process is, so when I'm checking your work I can see where you made your mistakes at if you did. Okay, alright, have a great rest of your day. Thanks.